Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Thursday, May 1st, 2025, and I'm here to do a collective read. Yes, it's May already. I'm grateful. Hopefully, well, today's a little chilly. It's going to rain, but hopefully the weather's going to start changing. Fuck the chilliness, right? I'm tired of being cold. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Hopefully the weather's beautiful where you are. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Let's go right into it. I was going to do the spiel, but I'll hold back this time. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about right now, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with the collective, please? What is the theme? What is this message, please? Accelerated motion, 8 of Wands. So this could be communication, action, and or travel. This is typically good news. It's the overarching energy. It's moving forward, moving on from something possibly. The mountains are behind her or kind of to the side. It's good news typically, or in the old days, it used to be called the rods of love. We'll see. Yeah, moving on. It's very succinct, isn't it? Sixes of Lovers. Maybe we're in a third-party situation. Somebody made you an option, you're moving on now. Or this is something to do with a contract. You're finished with a contract. There's a new contract coming in. You're definitely making a decision here. You're elevating, you're rising here. Good decision making. You could be going towards a higher level soulmate connection as well. Only take what applies. Only what you know about. And you can switch the genders and the roles as you need to, but use your higher wisdom, okay? Not every read's going to be for you. So no more obstacles, no more challenges. Maybe somebody tried to place obstacles and challenges in your way. No more. 5 in reverse is the Hierophant in reverse. This could be divorce or separation. Somebody's non-committal. Somebody doesn't have whoever you're dealing with doesn't have the same value system as you. They don't value traditional relationships. They're untraditional. They may be polyamorous or something and you're not into it. I'm just giving you an example. If it's a relationship. If not, then somebody could have broken the law. They have no... Yeah, it's disharmony. There's no peace or harmony where you've been. Someone's very karmic. It's a one-sided relationship or a one-sided contract, whatever this is, false contract or a relationship. Somebody could have chosen a karmic person over you. 6 in reverse is Lovers in reverse. This is just not harmonious at all. For whatever, they made some poor choices. They chose somebody. I don't know. I won't say that yet. I don't see it yet. Anyhow, they're getting some consequences to their poor choices. Yeah. Keep your heart chakra open. You took back your power and your authority here. Congratulations. Somebody's base chakra is blocked, or they tried to block your base chakra, meaning they're trying to destabilize you, or they're destabilized now. They have no firm foundations. They could be scared at this moment. It's too much... they're lustful. Let's put it that way. Too much emphasis on lust. So 1 in reverse, there's a lot of manipulation, illusions, and deception. Out of control, two-faced. So you're speaking your truth, you're setting boundaries, you're cutting this person or this situation out of your life. This is conscious awareness, 1 in the upright. You have all the tools you need for success. You're taking some sort of action. You have triumph now. You're moving on. You overcame. You're leaving it behind. Congratulations, okay? It's radical acceptance. This person's not for you, or this situation is not for you. You're going towards victory, towards material harvest, okay? Maybe you've been in a period of isolation where you did a lot of self-reflection, a lot of healing, a lot of elevating. You found out a lot about yourself as well as the situation, this person. And you know yourself now, okay? You have a direct connection with Source. You're using your higher wisdom. Congratulations. It's good. So you made your choice here, using your intuition, your higher wisdom. Movement, choices, and decisions. So you're making that choice. Congratulations. This person held too many secrets, okay? If you hold secrets in a relationship, nah, it's not a good relationship. So accelerated motion. So something's really picked up now and you're moving on. You know, it takes a while to get to that point when you love somebody, and emotionally, spiritually even, it takes a while to make that decision. You know, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. You can't live without them. And then one day you wake up and it's like, click. It just happens. You don't see it happening. It just happens. And it's like, yeah, no, I can live without you. Not interested anymore. That's your soul saying enough is enough, right? Accelerated motion 8. Where are we going with this, please? Netflix and chill. So this person's just into sex with anybody, maybe. Just attention. They can't be alone. Sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. I'm sorry you're going through that. You got the message, though. It's time to move on. You're sick and tired of it. Cycle's over at decision made. Congratulations. A lot of fighting. A lot of fighting. You know, if you got to fight in a relationship, it's not a relationship. Okay, it's a battleground. Who needs that? Trust issues, one-sided and detached. What I tell you, one-sided. They put you as a love affair. They made you an option, and you shouldn't be an option. You shouldn't want to compete and compare yourself to whomever they're sleeping with either, okay? Because that's not fair to you. It's not fair to anybody. There is no comparison. You're authentic. You're an original. So don't even care. Don't even think about the person that they're cheating with, okay? It has nothing to do with them. Them cheating has nothing to do with you. It's all with the person that's cheating, okay? It's their intimacy issues. It's their low self-esteem, their needing for outside validation, their immaturity. So secrecy, third party hooking up an STD. So deuces. Somebody came home an STD? Bye. Fed up, cutting ties, walking away. Too secretive, right? Sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. Yeah, you don't need that. Okay, you found found some pictures or something. A lot of controversy here. So you don't need this shit. Move on. Speaking of STDs, I digress just for a moment. I thought this was interesting. It's just a warning to everybody who, you know, we all have doctors and stuff like that. I just read this morning. A doctor in Toronto here, a gynecologist, had to resign. They were being investigated because it was found out, 2 patients complained. This doctor did not sterilize any of their implements, their instruments, reused them on other patients. So the health board, Health Canada, had to give out, like, I think it was 2,500 people, messages, letters, telling them to go see a reputable doctor and to get themselves checked out for HIV, AIDS, general warts, HPV, herpes. Like, you know, these doctors, we put our trust in these doctors. My only recommendation, this is horrible for these people. My only recommendation is, before you see a doctor, please check them out. Nowadays, you can go and check out people's opinions of them, the reviews of these doctors. Please go check them out. Don't put blind faith into these doctors. Some of them, I mean, most of them, let's hope they're good doctors, but you don't know what the fuck they're doing behind the scenes, right? Like, I thought I'd mention that. That's disgusting. Anyhow, I digress. I'm sorry, but that reminded me of it. So accelerated motion 8, Netflix and chill. Where are we going with this, please? Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusing. They had you confused, maybe. Who are they doing it with? Where are they going? Maybe there's still more unknown. I don't know. You know, like, what are you gonna do? Maybe your health was failing because of an STD, and you didn't know it. Like, man. Now, this is a snake. Lie, poison, infertility. It might affect your fertility if you're a female or a male. Please go see a doctor if you suspect you might have an STD. And don't feel ashamed, okay? You didn't do anything wrong. Don't carry that shame on. Don't take that shame on. That's their shame, okay? You were honest. You loved somebody. You believed the best in them, and they came home with this shit, okay? So don't feel ashamed. Yep, high honor. Keep your head held high, okay? Dignity, works, lineage, and awards. Yeah, madness, unspeakable, ancient, and chaos. So they could have something like, what is it called? Syphilis. It does affect your mentals. Please go see a doctor. This is pure madness, what they put you through. I get it. Something to do with talent, born with features and personality. Yeah, you're very talented. You could do it on your own if you're afraid. Yeah, you're going independent here. You're going off on your own. Free lead and initiative. You're taking the initiative. You're better off on your own than dealing with somebody like this who you can't trust and could potentially put your health at risk. And they don't give two shits, right? As long as they get it. to get what they want, infecting other people. That's disgusting. So accelerated motion, Netflix and chill, and mystery. So at 8, if you place it on its sides, it's the infinity symbol, but it also represents what you put out, you get back, okay? So somebody's getting back what they put out. Accelerated motion, 8, Netflix and chill, and mystery. Apathy, they don't have any feelings, okay? They don't care. They're very apathetic. Bottom of the deck, childish and immature, I'd say. Somebody's under a lot of pressure. They put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, okay? Maybe you were under pressure. Maybe you thought you were pregnant and you're not. This is competition, but it wasn't rebirth, so you're not going to compete with this person. Or maybe the third party claimed they were pregnant and they're not. Somebody has low self-esteem. Oh, they're doing it with sex workers. Oh my gosh. And not protecting themselves. It's about power and control here, cheating and a cheater. I'm sorry you're going through that. There's a lot of drama going on. You're beautiful or handsome, or they think they're beautiful and handsome. They're full of drama now. If it's a female that you're dealing with, they could be selling their ass online. Okay, that wasn't an error, but they could be selling ass. I don't know. Witch and warlock. Somebody's righteous here, feeling righteous, or you are righteous. There's a frenemy involved. Somebody's very false. Doesn't have to be. They told me to just take that back. There's just a lot of drama. Just disregard the last ones. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You're under a lot of pressure. These people are very, very false. This person's false. This relationship was false, based on nothing but lies. I'm sorry you're going through that. You're going to take some time out. You need some time to heal from this, obviously, and process everything. And everybody does it at their own rate, so don't try to rush it. Okay. Accelerated motion, 8, Netflix and chill, mystery, and apathy. Maybe it's a mystery why this person doesn't have any feelings. Well, maybe they're a narc. Maybe they're a sociopath, a psychopath. I don't know. Maybe they have mental health problems. I don't know. They just don't give a shit. They get, really? Okay. I've met people like that. They think it's fucking funny. Let's see how funny it is. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Unrequited love. If somebody claimed, maybe you were afraid you were pregnant, but maybe it's not. There will be no reconciling here. Somebody's giving out false information, misleading information. There's a lot of trauma bonding. Maybe that's how they got together with you at one point. But you're not going back to the past. They want you to go back into another karmic cycle with them. Why? It doesn't sound like love to me. So why? What are they getting out of it? Stability? Attention? Yeah, gathering some information. You're going somewhere else here. You gathered your information. You learned all you needed to learn here. You're starting something new. This is taking a practical approach. You could be paying for something as well. You're the one doing all the pain. In a relationship. You're not happy. They're doing stuff in the dark. They want you to pay for everything. That's what it is. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah. Now they're moping here. Or you gather some information. Somebody's bored and dissatisfied. Or maybe you feel rejected. Okay? Hey, we've all been there, right? But maybe now you're ignoring this person now that you got the information that you need. Finding out they were using you to pay for everything. You're over it. See, in this card it says, I'm just over it. Maybe you're not answering the phone anymore. This person looks really disgusted in these 3 cups, the third party. So it could be a friend that they were sleeping with, or their friend, or somebody. You're ignoring them. They're feeling rejected and abandoned because you got the information here. There's fast forward motion, 8 of Wands yet again. You're moving on. So they're feeling rejected because you're moving on and you're getting out of this quickly. You're hightailing it out of there. Fast forward motion. This is not wish fulfillment. Okay? 9 of Cups. Somebody's really smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and show off. Or maybe they're missing you now. Maybe you're already gone. Now they want to contact you, but they're going to be drunk or high or something. This is just somebody that likes to show off. They like the attention. It's a fall from grace. It's not wish fulfillment. Yeah, it's embarrassing and disgraceful because you're leaving them. You're letting them go. It's not your wish fulfillment. You're using your tuition, male or female. Place the genders where it belongs, okay? You're remaining emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, with your heart open, like it said. But your heart's no longer open for this person. Now, self-love, that's what's important. Unconditional love is important, yes, but you must have it for yourself, okay? If you don't love yourself enough to say no more, you're not taking advantage of me, you're not using me, you're not hurting me anymore, then it's not self-love. You're able to love yourself and remain balanced here, using your intuition. You might be a psychic of some sort. You know this is no love. This is not love. Okay, they were just draining you. It could be a soulless being as well. This is no happy. Okay, you're not happy. No emotional support. No emotional fulfillment. They took your cup of love, which is true love, and they dumped it. So, I think your feelings have changed. You're not going to show them that true love. And most decks, not in this one, but most decks, like in the Rider-Waite, you'll find a cap over the cup. Because that's the limit here. You're not giving in anymore. You're not sacrificing yourself anymore. Yeah, this is... You thought maybe this was destiny at one point. But you needed to go through this. I hate to say this because it's true and it's not minimizing. I don't want you feeling like I'm minimizing what you're going through, but you needed to go through this to propel you where you do need to be. Okay, to learn these lessons. You might be with a gold digger or a cloud chaser, or this is just change. You're moving now. You're moving on. You're on top of that wheel. Okay. Oops. Someone's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Nine of Pentacles was beneath that. So they wanted a life of luxury off your back. They're very unstable, greedy, and selfish. That's why they're apathetic. Yeah. You might have thought this was destiny. You know, you're having nostalgic memories. You know this person doesn't love you if you are with child. Or this could be a childhood friend that you're dating and or married to, or maybe they're dealing with friends, okay? Somebody from their childhood. Somebody's having nostalgic memories. They want to reconcile. Yeah, they're going through a dark night of the soul, or you did, okay? You're remembering the past. Maybe it's a pattern in your life that you wound up with people like that. Hey, I'm there too. I attracted the worst of the worst. I didn't love myself enough. Now I do. But this is, you're being able to let go of the past here, letting the past hurts go. You went through a dark night of the soul. You're with a narcissist, male or female. King of Swords. I sensed it. This is a pathological liar, a user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. They could have been very abusive. Maybe you're looking at your past. You wound up with nothing but narcs. You could be an empath, and that's... I'm sorry. It's true. I've experienced it myself. You attract narcs. Various degrees of narcs. Covert, overt. I don't know. There's different types, right? Different degrees of them. They're on a spectrum, I suppose. Or just people with narcissistic tendencies. But no matter what, they don't care about anybody but themselves, okay? They're self-serving. Could be very abusive, mentally, emotionally, financially. You know what I'm saying? They're out for themselves, okay? That's all they do. Yeah, you're letting them go. You're removing all obstacles. They can't hold you, or they can't keep you stuck in your head anymore. Maybe you were for a long time. You want to be free of it. Yeah. You're not looking back, you're moving forward, okay? Your ships are coming in, or you could be at a distance or planning to travel. You foresaw something here. You know they don't belong in your future. You're looking at your future, and you know you have to let go of this person if you haven't let them go yet. That what the future looks like, it looks, you know? Yeah. You found your confidence. You're coming out of it. Congratulations. Or this person, since you let them go, they're planning to try to come back in from out of the cold, come give you a cup of love, even if it's friendship, right? Or you found your confidence. You want people in your life that do support you, that do love you. This person's very unfaithful. You can't trust them, okay? They're giving their cup of love to everybody and then some. This could be financial ruin and spiritual jail for them as well if you leave. Because you're planning to leave. You're preparing to leave here. So they're trying to woo you back, maybe. This could go different ways, just so you know. It's just a collective general reading. That's what it means. There's thousands of people here, so it's not one cohesive story. It might sound like it, but it's not. Okay, so only take what you are already familiar with and leave the rest alone. Yeah, this is an abusive person. They might lose their composure. They might get abusive should you deny them. So be very careful if they do come back around, or if you haven't left yet and they're trying to talk you into staying. Somebody's very abusive, maybe a criminal, who knows. But they're very reckless. Okay, yeah, they lie. They're abusive. They're jealous. Page of Swords. They could be stalking you. You might have to get a restraining order if you haven't already. If you have a restraining order, they broke it. So this is somebody watching you, and they're very jealous, okay? And they're abusive. They lie. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They're petty, and they're cruel. They're harassing you, stalking you, maybe. This is self-sabotage. Yeah. Look at this. Attacking you verbally, emotionally. We did see witch and warlock. I don't know if that applies. It could be spiritually as well. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. You don't want to fight or compete for them. Or maybe whomever they're dating is stalking you. I don't know. That could go that way, too. Their supply, you know what I mean? You're not fighting with them. They want to fight with you. They want you to compete. That's their love language, I guess. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated, or they wanted you. Oh, yeah, look at that. STD, there we go. They have no defense. They have no protection. They were doing this. They lied, said you gave them this STD. It was them. This is going on and on. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing, okay? This is bad behavior. Repeated bad behavior. This is unfinished business. This is heartbreaking. I get it. Okay, they're trying to turn it around back on you. I don't think so. They're lying about you. Ten of Swords. Yeah, they're sick. This is physical. It might turn physical. Be careful, okay? But this is the ending of a cycle. Somebody needs to go into rehab or some sort of recovery, go get healed. Yeah, this is against the law, divorce, separation, whatever this is, okay? You're letting it go. See, if it's in a court case and this comes up in a court case, maybe a divorce, it's going to be seen for what it is, okay? Gaining clarity. This is why you let go of this person. They're just a lying sack of shit, a cheater. They don't care about anybody and their feelings. They pretend everything's fine. Oh, yeah. Or you had to pretend everything was fine while they had you in a third-party situation, but you made your decision. It is what it is. You're letting it go. You're not going to be a victim to this person any longer. Yeah. They're resisting change. They won't change. It's going to be a permanent, profound ending for you and or for them or both of you. But this person's never going to change, okay? They keep doing it over and over again. It's getting old. It's getting stale. You're done with it, okay? A lot of gaslighting, mind games, maybe poking the bear, trying to get reactive abuse out of you. You took the high road, or you're going to take the high road and walk away with your head held high and let it go. They're fighting and finger pointing, yeah, with their whores. Right there. They're trying to gaslight you into taking responsibility for their STD. I don't think so. They're fighting with their whores now. Male or female. Somebody's very jealous, angry, abusive, and a bully. You're speaking your truth. Or this could be doctors or lawyers or somebody. Law and order. Okay? Male or female, male or female. Place it where it belongs, okay? You're speaking your truth. Somebody has a higher perception if this isn't you or this is you. You're speaking your truth. You're setting boundaries. You cut them out. You're not, your thinking isn't clouded here. The clouds are down here. You fly solo. This is a transit. Your life is changing, okay? You're turning into this beautiful butterfly, by the way. But you know the truth. You're speaking the truth, okay? And you're not mincing words. You're too intelligent, astute, and discerning, wise, and intuitive to put up with their bullshit. Well, this is a doctor or a lawyer. Yeah, seen through the illusions, breaking free. You've detached. You're distancing yourself. They can't bind you to this fucking narrative, if you understand what I'm saying. You're not toxic. You're not karmic. You're not codependent. You avoided all of this. So you have serious STDs. You avoided it all. Congratulations. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You are chaste and you are celibate. Beautiful. You could be a business owner. You don't have to be. But you're minding your own business in your own garden. You don't need these people in your life. Okay? You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. If you have people in your life, it's because you want them there, not because you're codependent, not because you're needy. You don't go around and you know, sleep with any Tom, Dick, or Scary. You have self-respect, and that's the way it's going to stay. You know, you're in your garden, and you're ready to harvest something, okay? Something's growing. It's beautiful. Yeah, star energy, healthy. You could be out in the public eye, don't have to be, but you're being very protected here, okay? This is wish fulfillment. Your stars have aligned. You're an inspiration. You're healthy. You're a healer. What you take out of the world, you pour back into the world in spades, okay? This is divine intervention as well. You could be in your north node. You have divinity. You overcame, persevered. You healed, okay? You put up your boundaries. This is a lot of emotional wounding, by the way, and I'm sorry you've gone through that. Yeah. You saw through the illusions for sure. You blocked them. All that glitters isn't gold. They could be trying to block you. I don't know. Or you're blocking them. I don't know. So this person, whomever you were dealing with, married to, seeing, they see that you are wish fulfillment now. Maybe they're trying to block their supply. Come back towards you, or they're claiming I dumped them all. You know what I mean? You see it for whatever it is. Okay, it's all illusions. It's just they're out of, yeah, it's all manipulation. They're out of options here. Maybe monetarily. You made them look good. You know what I'm saying? They're two-faced. They're out of options. They don't have all the resources they need. Maybe they wound up with a gold digger. Okay? They're trying to make you look real bad. Like you're the one that cheated. You're unfaithful. You're a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, ingredient, selfish, and manipulative to their family. They're trying to make it look like you guys were in a long-term stable relationship, and they were so honest and truthful and faithful to you, and you weren't. Or this could be them, okay? In the reverse, male or female, they're two-faced. They don't have all the resources. They're gold diggers. They're a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They're hurting for money. They're unfaithful. They're lazy. Yeah, they wound up with a gold digger. So they wound up with a karmic here. It's a karmic relationship. Poor decisions. So they can stay there. They're masking their emotions because their karmic is sleeping around. Well, there we go. Could be a baby involved as well. Maybe this karmic said they were pregnant, because this user abuser, this narc, wound up with an even bigger narc user abuser. Hoe bag, okay? Oh well. You get what you give in this world, like I said. How are we ending this? Yeah, it's been a long time coming here. Now they want to come back towards you, give you an offer of some sort. They're dragging their feet. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. They want to come back around again. They want to say they want to commit to you because you're out in the public eye, or this is victory, success, reward, recognition, or the fact that they were paying for ass and showing off. Escorts. This is a poser. Maybe they have to sell their ass. I don't know. Sorry to be so cruel or crude about it, but it is what it is. They just want to win. They want attention. They need outside validation. They're angry that you moved on so easily. Maybe they're transitioning. Maybe they have an STD that they can't come back from. They want to come back towards you here. Yeah, they want to harvest from you again. There's proof and evidence. Maybe they were traveling for work, and that's where they got the STDs. Player energy. There we go. They were working it. Maybe working. Somebody in the equation was working. There's proof and evidence. They were working the streets or something like that with their third party, having sex with the third party. Yeah, and lied. They lied about it. Okay, so they're having sex, lied about you, the divine feminine energy, or a pregnancy. Look at this. Hiding and cloaking a pregnancy. Father, mother. Hiding and cloaking this from you. But you knew. You knew. Maybe they're getting sued for paternity right now. It's all about money. Yeah, they paid for this. Giving and receiving with others. Prioritizing others in their ego, in their pride, in their lust. And you're letting them go. So if you're having a divorce and you're fighting over money, what you deserve, you're going to get it. Yeah. You're balancing things out. You're healthy. Congratulations. You're being divinely protected and guided. You're quite healthy. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say that. It could go different ways for people. They got caught. They have to come clean. Yeah. Parting of ways. You don't trust them. You'd rather be on your own. They're under divine judgment, or judgment's going to be rendered, and they're going to lose a lot of money. That's what it is. A family discord. They're not happy. They're unhealthy. They lied about it. They tried to scapegoat you. They lost their family, and they're no longer happy. 10 of Cups. They lost their family. You lost your family. I don't know. Having a family with this person is not, yeah, you're getting your justice. Good news is coming towards you. You're getting justice. Congratulations. They got to balance this out with you. They were cheating on you, and it's going to be proven in a court of law. Maybe you got a PI on it or something like that. Doesn't matter. You have the proof somehow, some way it's going to come out in the wash. So, yes, it's time to move on. It's good news. You can move on now. Okay, congratulations. You've ascended. You're sick and tired of this bullshit, sleeping around all over the place. Maybe it's a mystery how you know. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns here. You were puzzled for a long time. There was a lot of illusions and confusion. Maybe they're trying to figure out where this STD came from. It could be the health board or something like that. They found it. Okay, the snake was found. They were lying. Poison in their veins, I heard. Wow. Affecting fertility, or somebody lied about being pregnant. There's a lot of lies going on here. Apathy, no feelings, no emotions, don't care, childish and immature. So, you know, as much as it hurts you, and it took a lot out of you, you're best off without this person, okay? Even if it's just new to you, and you're still hurting and crying over this, one day you're going to wake up and it's not going to hurt so much anymore. It's going to lessen, okay? Just believe that, trust in that, and that you have a beautiful life waiting for you. This person was not meant for you at all. It was just meant to teach you a lesson so you can move forward in life and be happier. Okay? We have to learn what we want, what we don't want. Unfortunately, it's not fair. Oh, look at these two. We're still in the, look at this, crown chakra, authority. You're busting up, okay? You're getting your cues from the divine, whether you realize it or not. You're using your wisdom as well. A lot of people don't realize that the voice in their head that they're hearing to guide them, they think it's themselves, but you don't. A lot of people don't realize it's not you. It could be the divine. It could be the angel speaking to you. As long as it's good, okay? If it's negative talks, self-talk type of thing, rebuke it immediately. That is not from the light, okay? So don't listen to it. You've been being guided through this. So where are we going with this for the collective, please? What's the final? So, fork in the road. If you were at a crossroads, what should you do about it? You're no longer there. Okay? It could be a sudden departure. I'm gone. I'm out of here. It's not going anywhere, right? Somebody doesn't want to change. They're resisting change. It's a permanent, profound ending. 13 reverse. It kept going on and on. They don't want to stop. It's over. No place like home. So you might be fighting over a home. Some sort of home. It could even be a business or family or kids or something like that. This is a marriage, a commitment of some sort. You might be going to court and you're fighting over it. Why? 31 in reverse. Yeah, this is distorted masculine possibly, or feminine. But this is somebody that's in their ego and in their pride, very arrogant. It's a bully. Ask not why the caged bird sings, right? It is what it is. Why is that in my head? What is in a name? A rose by any other name smells as sweet. That's Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare. Take that for whatever that is. They wanted to take your power away. They wanted to control something, have control over a home or a business. Yeah, Yin, this is a feminine principle. Congratulations. Lots of secrets, but you're using your intuition. Okay, your higher wisdom, not speaking. You observed. You got the information you needed. This is high priestess energy, right? Feminine energy. Congratulations. Like, I'm not putting any men down, so please don't be offended. Because men can be in their feminine energy, so it could be male or female. But when you're in your feminine energy, you tend to be more intuitive. You know what I'm saying? So you're tapping in. You're tapping in. Good going for you. So 13 in reverse. Just a second. So that's just the protection message. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. So you made your choice for this person. You're out. Read your back. You know what I'm saying? Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. I've told you, it's just a matter of learning lessons here. You do have a new life waiting for you beyond this, okay? You just have to get through it as best you can. You're being guided, so take heart. Now that could be, obviously it could be for you, but it could also be for them, whoever you're dealing with. No place like home. Essential meanings, authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, quote unquote, being comfortable in your own skin. So this is heightened your confidence, knowing who you are and who you're not, what you will accept from now on and what you won't, okay? What you want and what you don't want. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. And believe that. No one can take that away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul, a high priest or high priestess, right? This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and with spirit. So the other thing that came into my head is something that I was thinking a couple of days ago about somebody I saw. If you find that in the past you were very emotional, you know, obviously it's an emotional situation. I'm not faulting you for that. But if you act on those emotions, sometimes it gets worse. This is also an exercise of learning how to master those emotions, because that is where your power lies. I'm not saying not to feel it, not to process it. Of course, feel it and process it. But do not give in to their whims. They're trying to poke the bear. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I was reading something a couple of days ago where somebody says, you know, I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm the one that got in trouble. I'm the one that had to do this. I'm the one that got arrested. I'm the one that, you know what I mean, lost this, that, and the other thing, and I got the bad name. It's because of the reaction. So learn not to react so much. Not blaming this person at all. I totally get it. It's just an exercise in learning to control the outward appearance. It's not, you know, you have every right to feel the way you do, but to do anything rashly is not going to help, okay? You have to think things through. What is it? What's the end result? I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? So we have 31 in reverse. So if that's part of the situation where maybe you shot yourself in the foot a couple times because you know, you were feeling it and you reacted in whatever way or said whatever you said and things just got worse, made it look bad, you know, and if it's an arc, they're going to do this to you, reactive abuse. They want you to look bad. So the best thing to do is try to control your emotions as best you can. Like I said, do not block them. You must feel them and process them, but when you're safe, in a safe environment, okay, away from these people. So 31 in reverse, make sure it's 31, yeah, protection message. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire to not really about sharing, but your desire is not, okay, pardon me. Start again. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. So it's coming from not a good place, right? Not altruistic. It's self-serving. It's outside validation. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why, quote unquote, that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness you seek. So that could be for you or for them or for both. Place it where it belongs in your situation, if it belongs, okay? It doesn't have to. Let's get a couple of the angels to end it, because I like ending it on a high note. Just know you're loved. You will get through this. We all get through it. I mean, thus far, depending on, however, it doesn't depend on what age you are, but it doesn't matter what age you are. Up until now, you survived everything 100%. Just know that. That's how strong you are. Keep going. Okay? It's always the end of the world for someone somewhere. But is it really? You know what I'm saying? We keep going. So where are we going with this? Thank you, Spirit. We have Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, taking the initiative of your own life. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty, and that's what you want in your life. Commitment. Right? Leela Hell 6. That's a third-party situation. Somebody's got to take accountability, right? The praiseworthy God, light of understanding, acquires knowledge and cures illness. So if you had an STD, or they gave you an STD, or they have a whomever, okay? It's curable. Let's hope. This is somebody in their ego, wanting power and control and dominance. This is devil energy, very toxic and karmic. I'm really picking up, they might have given you an STD in the past, but thank God it was nothing major. They wound up with something major this time, okay? So the severity of God, seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult magic. Maybe they did deal in magic. I don't know. The Lovers, or maybe the third party did to get them away from you. It's a third party situation. But you might be going towards a higher level soulmate. I don't know. They could be doing lust spells or hiring people to do lust spells to get you back. Bear that in mind, okay? Be very careful. Haniel, joy of God. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. So they're hoping to get back into a relationship with you, but the third party's still hanging around. They just need your money. I don't know. Need you for some reason. Yeah, Ten of Swords, to betray you. There you go. That's a betrayal. Ten of Swords, right? Luia. It's the ending of a cycle. Congratulations. You're protected. 17. The Marvelous God. You're healthy. Congratulations. So revelation protects from sadness, gives revelations in dreams. Okay, so Spirit is communicating with you, whether you realize it or not, and they are guiding you through this. So 3 of Cups, they want to reconcile with you. This is a third-party situation. Okay, 22, you're getting on path where you need to go. And if old Stinky has anything to say about it, he doesn't want you going where you need to go. He wants you miserable. Okay, stealing energy, stealing whatever. Doesn't want you going where you're happy. Doesn't want you following God, right, or your own heart. So the right hand of God, fame and renown, influences commerce, voyages, and great discoveries. You might be going towards fame and renown. This is justice. Look at this. This might make you famous. I don't know, in your community or elsewhere. You might write a book about it. You might be somebody that's going to help other people deal with situations like this. Whatever this is, you needed to deal. You needed to experience it and heal from it, maybe to guide other people. Okay, so Kalial, this is justice. 18. Lots of secrets here, but they can't hide this anymore. So if it's a matter of an STD and who's the host and who's spreading it, it might be on the news. It might be a court situation as well. The invocable God, justice, makes truth known in court and causes innocence to prevail. So congratulations. We're going to leave it there. Yeah, you're busting up here. Congratulations. Emperor. Male or female? That's a good thing. Okay, so congratulations. You are going to get through this. I can't stress this enough. Justice is a balancing. It's a reckoning. It is karma. Okay, so what was unbalanced will be balanced now. Hope you like the read. Until next time, take care.